Hi, I'm Dr. Fielwright, giving you common sense solutions to everyday problems. And today we will be discussing the thermogenic diet and how you can have lifelong success with fat loss. And if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. Let's get started. The ketogenic diet has been in vogue in recent years, and it is a modern adaptation of Dr. Atkins' low-carb diet. The term ketogenic comes from the diet's ability to put the dieter into ketosis, or burning ketone bodies converted from fat. Now this is done by lowering the carbohydrate intake to the point where the body is forced to utilize those fat-based ketone bodies for fuel. This practice has merit in the short term for fat loss. However, there are both short and long-term problems with this diet. The first is the possibility of a condition called ketoacidosis. The pundits never discuss the possibility of this highly acidic condition caused by a buildup of ammonia from ketone bodies and high protein consumption. The body uses its fat stores and then its auxiliary glycogen. Glycogen is what fuels the brain, and the brain runs 100% on glycogen and or glucose. This causes confusion and in some cases hospitalization or fatalities. The second dilemma with the ketogenic diet is that eventually the body thinks that it is in a state of starvation. It'll cease to utilize fat, since fat is so critical to many bodily processes, and it will instead lower the metabolic rate and increase its catabolic rate. Increasing the catabolic rate in layman's terms means that the body will begin to cannibalize itself, using its protein for fuel. For that reason, many people who are on a ketogenic diet for years look gaunt and thin, and this is because their bodies have broken down their muscle tissue for fuel. Another problem is that the body does not discriminate in protein, which comprises all muscle tissue. So it's possible that critical muscle tissue, such as heart muscle, could be compromised on a long-term ketogenic diet. Not good at all. So what is the solution? Well, the body uses fuel in a process called thermogenesis. Thermogenesis is a more balanced form of energy usage. Glucose or glycogen is the primary fuel source, and once the individual or even an animal consumes more glycogen than what it needs, then the excess is converted into fat for later fuel. Glucose or glycogen is converted via carbohydrate consumption, as the body converts any carbohydrate, simple sugar, to complex into glycogen. Thermogenesis never results in muscle wasting, and that is its key advantage over the ketogenic diet. To a bodybuilder or a weightlifter, losing muscle tissue is the worst scenario. Less muscle means less strength and a slower metabolism, which equals fat gain. Now here's a secret. You do not have to go into ketosis like the ketogenic diet suggests to lose fat. That's a myth which has been pervaded in the low-carb diet industry. The body simply does not require a situation that looks like a starvation mode to regulate fat loss. What must be done first, however, is to eliminate the circumstances that created the fat situation in the first place. Now here's a recommendation. Try eliminating fast food and sugary sodas for 3 months to see what happens. I believe sincerely that alone should precipitate a 10 to 15 pound fat loss in most people. Now the second thing what you need to do is to create a carbohydrate deficit to force the body into utilizing some of its fat stores. Now this could be lowering the carbohydrate consumption to say 60 grams per day, while increasing exercise activity that necessitates carbohydrate usage. And it could be as simple as walking 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day and reducing your carbohydrate intake, thus causing a carbohydrate deficit in that particular day, which will in turn force the body to use fat stores. This deficit will facilitate fat loss while sparing muscle tissue and preventing ketoacidosis. And there's an excellent book on this subject on thermogenesis, and it was written by an author named Kenneth Barlow, and the book is entitled The Remedy for a Fat Planet. And in this book, Mr. Barlow discusses different diets versus the thermogenic plan and he makes a compelling argument as to why the thermogenic plan is the best road to hoe. One thing he states that's something we all can learn from, that he says that it doesn't matter how much you exercise, until you change your eating habits, nothing will change about your body. You will still be over fat. Nothing at all will change until you change what you put into your mouth. Absolutely nothing. And I think that there is merit to that. Now, you can subscribe to the ketogenic diet. A lot of people have, but for long-term health and preservation of your muscle tissue, and a situation where you can rest assured that you are curtailing your fat gain, you're keeping yourself in a good body condition for the rest of your life without worrying about catabolizing your muscle tissue, the ketogenic diet may not be the one for you, but the thermogenic diet just may be the answer. And there you have it, why the thermogenic diet is the key to lifelong fat loss and maintenance. I'm Dr. Wright, and make sure that you read Mr. Barlow's book, available on Amazon in book form and on Kindle. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.